have we here? Alrighty, let's see here. We're using ground news here, not because they're paying us, but just because they're useful. Because they're not paying us, just for the record. Not that we're not open to that. Senate passes Lincoln-Riley Act. Stockton PD. Trump announces second withdrawal from Paris climate agreement. Trump pardons nearly all January 6 rioters on first day of presidency. That looks like a good one. Hundreds of Donald Trump supporters were released from prison after Trump pardoned more than 1,500 people, including those who assaulted police officers. The Federal Bureau of Prisons stated that 211 individuals were freed following Trump's order. The Fraternal Order of Police criticized the pardons, stating they were deeply discouraged by the decision. A majority of Americans disapproved of Trump's pardons, with nearly 60% stating he should not have pardoned the Capitol defendants. Let's see here. Tariffs could hit Canada next week, Trump says. Trump signs order to delay TikTok ban for 75 days. Oh, let's read about that. President Donald Trump signed an executive order to delay the enforcement of the TikTok ban for at least 75 days on January 20th. The law passed during the Biden administration required TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to sell the platform due to national security concerns. Trump stated that the delay would help determine a course that protects national security while avoiding an abrupt shutdown of TikTok. Trump suggested that the U.S. should broker a deal to own half of TikTok, estimating its value at $1 trillion. Senate panel advances nomination for Homeland Security Secretary. Trump signs orders to end remote work for government and set bureaucratic priorities. People are outraged. Immigrant advocacy group responds to Trump executive order. Trump authorizes military deployment plan to border in executive order. Trump will rename Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America among first actions. Trump signs death penalty order directing Attorney General to help states get lethal injection drugs. Trump cancels sanctions on Israeli settlers in West Bank. Trump orders lift of Biden offshore drilling restrictions. 2 Americans held in Afghanistan traded for Taliban prisoner in final Biden deal delayed until Trump took office. Trump orders suspension of new offshore wind power leasing. Trump revokes Biden 50% EV target, freezes unspent charging funds. Trump orders designation of cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Trump orders U.S. exit from the World Health Organization. Trump says Putin, quote, destroying, unquote, Russia by failing to seek Ukraine peace deal. Trump reinstates ban on transgender military service. What executive orders did Trump sign on day one? Let's see. President Donald Trump signed numerous executive orders on his first day, including repealing actions from former President Joe Biden and withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accords. Trump's orders included pardons for individuals involved in the January 6 attack and directives affecting health, energy, and federal workforce policies. Critics, including Senator Lisa Murkowski, condemned Trump's move to alter birthright citizenship as extreme and unconstitutional. Trump orders designation of cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. Trump orders U.S. exit from the World Health Organization. Trump says Putin, quote, destroying Russia by failing to seek Ukraine peace deal. Trump reinstates ban on transgender military service. Executive orders from day one. ACLU sues over Trump order aimed at ending birthright citizenship. Trump pauses U.S. foreign development aid for 90 days pending review. DeSantis refers to Gulf of America in executive order. Federal agents investigating after Border Patrol agent fatally shot in Vermont. Trump executive order on free speech draws criticism. Let's see. Zoom in on that. President Donald Trump ordered that no federal officer, employee, or agent may unconstitutionally abridge the free speech of any American citizen, as stated in his executive order. The order instructs the Attorney General to investigate how federal actions during the Biden administration could have infringed on free speech and propose remedial actions based on findings. Trump's order does not acknowledge the seriousness of harmful online falsehoods, which can lead to real-world threats and violence, according to the text. Wow, that's some fucking bias. The executive order reflects Trump's campaign promise to dismantle what he calls government censorship of U.S. citizens as he signed it on his first day in office. I wonder who owns Ground News. Let's see here. Smart. One step closer to nuclear fusion with its first plasma. Trump, quote, not confident, end quote, Gaza ceasefire will hold, says Saudi Arabia will make peace. Trump revokes Biden removal of Cuba from U.S. state sponsors of terrorism list. Billionaires, tech titans, presidents, a guide to who stood where at Trump's inauguration. How boring. U.S. updates, first January 6 rioters freed after Trump pardoning. Exoplanet WASP 127b jet stream at 33,000 kilometers per hour. Researchers measure wind record. DeepSeek claims its reasoning model beat OpenAI's o1 on certain benchmarks. ASAP Rocky trial to begin on charges he fired a gun at former friend. The latest, Marco Rubio sworn in as Secretary of State as cabinet hearings pick up. Trump orders GSA to advance, quote, beautiful, end quote, federal buildings. Trump mistakes Spain for a member of the BRICS bloc and repeats the threat of massive tariffs. Trump fires Coast Guard commandment over DEI security, Fox News reports. Cannon blocks DOJ from sharing Smith's Mar-a-Lago report with lawmakers. Stefanik pledges an, quote, America First agenda at the UN and a review of U.S. funding. Biden's sweeping AI order scrapped by Trump in regulatory upset. Quote, the brutalist, end quote, reignites debate over AI's role in Hollywood. New evidence suggests mega flood refilled the Mediterranean Sea 5 million years ago. To avert trade war, India ready to repatriate its 18,000 illegal migrants from the U.S., according to a report. Oath Keepers' Rhodes and Proud Boys' Tarrio released from prison after Trump January 6 clemency. QAnon shaman vows to buy guns after Trump pardon. Senate committee advances nomination for Trump Treasury pick. Trump fires 4 presidential appointees, including his former Iran envoy. FDA approves standalone use of J&J's ketamine-derived depression treatment. Stripe cuts 300 jobs in product engineering and operations.
What are you doing?
Hold on 1 second, Deidre. Protesters disrupt class at Columbia University with anti-Semitic flyers. Winds return to Southern California as new wildfires break out. Stargate. Tech giants announce AI plan worth up to $500 billion. Democratic states sue over Trump's bid to end birthright citizenship. Yemen's Houthis release crew of seized cargo ship Galaxy Leader. Donald Trump rebuked by Bishop as she tells him to, quote, have mercy, end quote, on LGBT plus community and immigrants. Gentle Soul. Fire chief shot dead while helping couple whose car struck a deer in Alabama. Fetterman says he's not switching parties. Trump terminates John Bolton's security detail. Trump. Biden family pardons make him, quote, look very guilty, end quote. Musk on salute blowback. Frankly, they need better dirty tricks. Woman's tote said, definitely not a bag full of drugs. Well, ... This disease is known as the, quote, silent killer, end quote. A doctor explains why. U.S. Supreme Court rejects ex-lawmaker Steve King's appeal in, quote, success kid, end quote, copyright case. Supreme Court revives death row inmates' case over trial showcasing, quote, sex life, end quote. Phil Rucker quits Washington Post for CNN in latest staff departure. Supreme Court won't take up new dispute over, quote, independent state legislature theory, end quote. Hochul's $252 billion budget extends millionaire tax, poses school cell phone ban. Harvard settles in Title VI anti-Semitism lawsuits. Trump scraps guidance limiting immigration arrests near sensitive locations. Netflix added a record 19 million subscribers in holiday quarter. Black Eyed Peas cancel Las Vegas residency show. Murder charge upheld for the only suspect to face prosecution in 1996 Tupac Shakur killing. Trump's first full day back in the White House includes firings and an infrastructure announcement. New Jersey governor asks Trump to examine Manhattan congestion pricing. Senators receive fresh allegations about defense pick Pete Hegseth. Windows smashed at elections office in southeast Portland. Forward spread of fire near Fashion Valley Mall stopped, but evacuations remain in place. Dan Patrick says he's open to clarifying medical exception to Texas abortion ban. Elephants are not people, rules Colorado Supreme Court. Otherwise in fake news, Finland signs on to Artemis Accords. In the rush to rebuild, one topic is taboo. What should be built differently or not at all? Trump to lift pause on 2,000-pound bomb supply to Israel, Walla News reports. Barron Trump is starting a luxury real estate company with his prep school classmate. Jenna Bush Hogger on dad's inauguration looks. He was actually very well behaved. McConnell criticizes Trump January 6 pardons. Of course he does. Trump says he's considering a 10% tariff on China beginning as soon as February 1st. 1 in 12 children are victims of online sexual abuse, study says. Biggs takes steps toward launching Arizona governor's bid. Trump rolls back Biden directive to study methods of lowering prescription costs. And that's the news from the 21st. Thank fucking God that's over.